Hey, what's up, guys? D'Artagnan Demps here with Michael Vance, one of my head trainers here at TrueFit. And today we're going over ankle mobility. So this comes into play with squats, as always. Maybe if you're trying to learn or get your first pistol squat and that heel tends to rise up, we've got a couple of fixes for you. So again, this can happen if you're doing a lot of running, a lot of jumping, like double unders or box jumps. That calf and that gastroc tend to get pretty beat up, and we want to make sure that we unglue it. And the first thing is we want to make sure that we're stretching and foam rolling the right thing. So we're going to give Michael a couple of tests and see what we need. And just from what I know, I think he needs everything. All right, so let's go ahead. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to check this ankle mobility and see how bad it is and whether it's going to be more of a joint restriction, which will be something that happens in the front, or it's more of just a muscular restriction, which we'll feel a lot in kind of like the calf and the soleus area there. So you're going to take, it's about 5 inches, which is about my hand width. So I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it flat down onto the floor. He's going to do this with his shoes off. He's going to put his foot right at the tip of my hand, and then he's going to try to get his knee to the wall without his heel lifting. So go ahead. All right, we see a little bit of that lifting in the bottom of the heel there. Good, let's try the other one.
Oh, Lord.
And there we go, we got a lot of daylight there. All right, so again, so that right there, did you feel that more in the front or more in the back?
In the back on the right foot, a little bit in the front on the left foot.
Okay, so for majority, again, if you've been an athlete or someone like me who has broken their ankle two or three times, it's joint restriction, a lot of that in the front. So this is a way to kind of see that. Go ahead and sit flat, and you're gonna put your feet totally against the wall. And you're gonna try to lean back a little bit. And what he's gonna try to do is get this dorsiflex, so he's gonna try to get his foot towards his face, and he's gonna see if he can get this foot rotated inward. Go for it. Anytime now. Fantastic. All right, yeah. All right, so we know we got some ankle restriction here, and right in that front, some joint tightness and stiffness there. All right, let's try this one. Lift it, get it over there. Ooh, yeah, he's bad. So you should be able to get this whole foot right to the other side, right underneath there. So we know we got some stuff to work on here. So let's get to it. The first thing we're gonna do is we've got 2 steps here. We're gonna foam roll first because we wanna unglue some things before we start pulling and stretching. So we're gonna foam roll, and then we're gonna go into a couple of stretches. So the first thing that I want him to do is go ahead, let's start working on your calf, the back area there. So you can do this. This is a nice little PVC pipe type of foam roller. He's gonna go ahead and cross his foot there. And what most people do is they just go back and forth this way. I want him to start rolling kind of laterally this way and kind of feeling it. And if you've got a friend, they can go ahead and apply a little pressure there. You can kind of look at his face there. He's really excited that I'm his friend today, all right? And you can go, oh yeah, there it goes, right there. So you notice right on that inside, right towards that gastroc area there, he's got some tightness, and that's gonna be restricting a lot of his movement because, again, everything starts at the bottom and goes upward. So if I don't wanna be his friend today, I'll let him do it himself. But we really gotta get in there and break up that fascia, break up that scar tissue there, and start to alleviate and create some space so the stretching actually works. So go all the way up. He's gonna go all the way up again, kind of roll back and forth, try to find those areas. Again, look, can't even do it. All right, but again, you would do this. A lot of people ask, D'Artagnan, when should I do it and how much? You wanna do it before your workout for sure, but I would say for about 10 to 15 seconds per spot, because you don't want to overstretch and over relax your muscle before you're getting ready to do a workout. After your workout, then you're looking at 2 to 3 minutes holding in that position, really breaking stuff up. If you do it before, you kind of take a little bit of the energy and you elongate the fibers too much, and you're not going to get that explosion that you need during the workout. So we're going to do a little bit here. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to his tibialis anterior. So he's going to go ahead and lay flat the top of his shin area. So we're gonna stay away from the shin bone, and we're just gonna go to the muscles on the outside there. So go ahead there. All right, now he's probably not gonna be able to put a lot of pressure on there based off of his test. So I already know some things are pretty tight and glued up there. All right, but you can go all the way down right to that ankle area there, right? Mike does double unders like I do pretty much every day, and all that bounding tends to jumble things up and creates a lot of scar tissue. So again, this is creating that restriction that we want. So we're gonna go all the way up and down. Again, find those spots, get it nice and loose. All right, so let's say that Michael's done this for a little bit. Now we're ready to go and start stretching some stuff. So the first thing that we're gonna do is, you can't really stretch. One of the things that we want to look at is his talus and his tibia. So these two, his talus is down here and his tibia is right here. What happens is they kind of get seamed together and they don't glide back and forth properly. What we want to do is we want to separate that. We want to push his talus back and down. The only way to do that is to get some distraction. So we're going to go ahead and grab a band there. We're going to link it up and we're going to step right in there. So again, as you're doing this, don't put the band high and put it over your tibia, right? We want to get right down underneath this ankle area here. And he's gonna just jam that leg forward, kneeling down into there. Go ahead, good. So go ahead, just drop down onto the knee and you're just gonna kind of just go into this position and really kind of let it push. Now, another way to add a little bit more pressure to the downward position is just taking a little plate here and having him go ahead and put his foot on top of there. Yeah, go ahead, use your muscle. Good. And then go ahead and let that band pull down. Take your foot off just a little bit right there. Good. And just let it go. All right. And we're just kind of going to move more like outside versus in, right? We're going to stay in line, trace in line with that ankle outside, just kind of moving that around there. All right. So let's go ahead, slowly ease out of that. We're going to take this away and we're going to keep the band on. And what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of stay in that same position. And we're going to use a kettlebell and we're going to apply a little bit of pressure, which will help us really sink down into the position that we're looking for in the bottom of that squat or the bottom of that pistol squat. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set right there. And now he's going to just put all his body weight over there. You see that face? That's that happy face, I'm getting work done face right there. And again, we're not going to allow that heel to go up. Now, Michael is in a lot of pain, and you should be able to do pain for a little bit, but we're not here to kill you, right? So find that comfortable, feel good, I'm getting work done pain, but not ow, I'm gonna scream, because what happens is you clamp up like this and your nervous system tries to protect you and you actually don't get any work done, all right? So there you have it. Those are a couple of tips to help get your squat, get your ankle mobility together. How'd that feel for you?
Painful.
Painful?
Necessary.
And if Michael was to go ahead to that squat, you're definitely going to see 100% more mobility in that ankle area. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful. Again, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, check us out at TrueFitBootCamp.com. Till then, we'll see you.